All right. Hi, everyone. This is Pete here. Now, let me put up my own picture. All right, guys. Okay, thanks for waiting. So we're going to start very, very soon. All right, I'm just going to introduce my guest very quickly to you guys. But as usual, before we start, right, guys, if you can hear me, can you put in the comments below, type in BIZ, B-I-Z, okay? Type in the comments below BIZ if you can hear me, okay? So that I know everything is good, technical support, everything is great, and we are good to go, okay? All right, Yu Ming's here. Hi, Yu Ming. All right, Athena. Athena, I hope you found the link. We are live right now, okay? All right, there's many of you. Sok Ping is here as well. Cecilia. Hi, Cecilia. All right, hi, everyone. Okay. All right, Chiwa is here as well. All right, great, great. So we're just going to wait for more people to stream in. And the thing is this, guys. I don't know if you all have been watching the market and also observing how the world is evolving, right? So I think about 3 days ago, right, we had a very very big market drop, right? In fact, the Dow Jones fell over 1,800 points in a single night. All right, 1,800 points in a single night. And many people were panicking. People were messaging me on Facebook, Instagram, or any platform you name it, right? And generally, guess what, guys? What was most people's feeling at that point in time? How do they feel? Can you type it in? How do they feel when that happened? Can you type it in? How do people feel when such a crazy event happened? Right? Yes, exactly right. People generally feel a bit fearful and very uncertain. Okay, so that's the thing that we want to make sure that it doesn't happen to everyone out there, especially those of you in the community. You need to know what you are doing. And this type of fear is not just in the stock market, but also in the business arena, right? Those of you who are doing business, you know that COVID is perhaps one of the most unpredictable thing that has ever happened to us. It really knocked a lot of people off their feet. In fact, I think Singapore, we actually saw some statistics that a few thousand of companies actually shut down. All right, they actually ended their business. They couldn't last through the whole period. So it's a very devastating effect, right? But the important thing is this, guys. Guess what? At this moment in time, when businesses are, some of them are not doing well, closing down, but are there businesses that are thriving? Right? Type in the comments. What do you think? Do you think there are businesses that are thriving? Okay. So today, I'm very happy to have with me a very special guest, and I just want to give you a very quick introduction. All right. So let me just go to the slides. Okay. So this is the guest that I've been waiting for to interview him, and the title is this, right? 20 million sales, $20 million of sales in e-commerce. And it was done in a short span of 2 years. Okay, so let me just give you a very quick introduction on him. Okay, so this gentleman, or I give you a clue already as a he, okay? All right, I call him the serial entrepreneur. Why? Because actually, this is not his first rodeo, all right? This is not his first time starting a business. In fact, he is actually the boss of a digital marketing company known as Digimatic. Okay, and later on, he also had founded a events company, all right? And only about 2 years ago, he went on to a totally different track, which is an e-commerce business. All right, he started an e-commerce business and he's selling his products to many places. And these places are not unfamiliar to most of you. All right, let's have a quick look. Okay, so 2 years ago, he started go to many platforms and he sells to many of these major brands. Okay, so guys, if you can recognize any of these major brands, can you type it in the comments, right? Be it Amazon, Walmart, Macy's, Wish, Target, and Sears. In fact, out of these six, right? Out of these six, four of them are actually listed companies. So for those of you who are investors, this is also something to watch out for. Later, I'll really ask him more about these companies, these businesses, to let us as investors understand it even better. Okay, but today, really, I want you guys to not just bring away investing knowledge, but also to bring away business knowledge. Because truly, this is the best time to start a business, right? And those business, like I asked you, right, there are business who don't make it and those business which thrive. And the business that thrive are most likely going to be online businesses. Okay, so how many of y'all right now, right here, you are on an online business? Can you type in the comment? Type me. Okay, I just want to see how many of y'all are online business. All right, and later on we can answer some of your questions. So if you have questions, also put in the comments below, and then we'll go through them throughout the interview. Okay, so I'm so excited. I really want to get started. So let me quickly bring him on board. And oh, one last thing I almost forgot is that why I say 20 million is because this year they are on track to hit their 20 million sales target. Crazy, right? And they just started 2 years ago, guys. 2 years ago, okay? So who is this mystery guest? Some of y'all say other entrepreneurs, some of y'all say other e-commerce guy that I actually know. Okay, none of that. Okay, you all have no idea who he is. He's none other my good friend. All right, Mr. Ivan Ong. Okay, so let me quickly bring Ivan to the stage. All right. Okay,
Hello.
Ivan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. All right, guys, everyone, can y'all say hi to Ivan? Everyone type in the comments, say hi to Ivan. Okay, so Ivan, I've known you for a while, right? We actually known each other since army days, right?
Yeah.
And you always struck me as the guy that is always pushing the boundaries to put it in a very interesting way and kind way, right? Always pushing boundaries. And Ivan was the one who always asked us to try out funny things, like marketing, affiliate marketing back then. Back then was like ego and stuff like that, right? Remember those days?
HYP.
Right. So yeah, exactly. So Ivan, can you just maybe introduce yourself and also talk about what are the businesses you've been doing and how do you come about e-commerce?
Okay, so basically, I'm not new to the digital marketing space. So
Yep.
I started my first online business like 13 years ago. So that was when I was 21 years old. So that was actually after army. And then when I was in university, I started to like work on internet business. And then the first business I started was actually like Google AdSense. I'm not sure if you guys know about Google AdSense, but it's basically like you start a website and then you put Google advertisements onto your blog, onto your website, and then when people like click on the Google Ads, then Google actually pay you like a certain sum of money. So I started doing that, and that was my first foray into digital online business. And then after that, I moved on to do affiliate marketing business. So basically, affiliate marketing is very simple. We just help to promote other people's business. So we help the other people's business to do lead generation, and then we got to learn about traffic generation, how to like drive, how to do paid advertising, how to buy traffic and then send it to like the people's business to generate sales and leads for them, and then we get paid. So I was doing that when I was in university, and then after I graduated, I started to do this full time. Full time in affiliate marketing business, but it was a kind of like a lonely business. Like I was a
Lonely
one-man
business
show.
because you're the only one doing it, right?
Yeah, because I was one-man show, and then there wasn't much people in Singapore doing it at that point of time. That was like I think it was 24, I mean about 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago. And then after that, I started a blog to talk about like what I do in my business, and then people start to ask me, hey, you seem to be doing very well. Can you teach me how to do it? And then that's when I started to do like training.
Live training, like live classes.
Yeah, like live workshop. So like it was a small one-to-one workshop, and then started to become like 10 people, and then started the class becoming like 50 people, and then like industry peers like will ask me, hey, it seems to be doing quite well to conducting workshops. So can you also organize events for me? And I was like, okay. So then that's where we started to organize events for other experts, like for example like yourself, Pete.
Yeah.
And then after that, and that's where we started like Ace Success Academy, which is now. And then
Wow.
long story. So last year,
Yeah, man.
2 years ago, we wanted to like start something new. And then we were thinking like we want to start something long term. We want to build something like really sustainable and really long term. So we started to look into e-commerce, and then we chose Amazon as the platform because at that point Amazon is growing very crazily, and even now it's still also growing very crazily. And then we started like in October 2017 in the US, and then right now we are in 13 countries.
Back then when you started, was there a lot of Amazon online sellers in Singapore?
Back then, I think there are a few already.
There were a few already. Okay.
Yeah, there were a
Okay.
few people like
Right,
selling
right,
on Amazon. Because 2.5 years ago is actually not too long ago.
right, right,
Yeah, so actually
right.
I asked them for their opinion, like how's their business
Mm.
like, and then how is it like selling, starting a business on Amazon, blah blah blah. And then we decided, okay, I think this is something that we want to do, and then we dove into it, lor.
Wow, brother, I love it. I love it how you so calmly say it, right? But you're on track to hit how many digits this year?
Yeah, this year looking at about sales volume about 20 million USD.
Sales volume about 20 million USD.
Yeah,
And currently that is still primarily driven through Amazon, right?
about, I would say 90% of it is through Amazon.
Wow, 90% of it is through Amazon. Okay, okay, okay. But guys, I don't know if you noticed something about Ivan, right? Is that along the way, as he's trying to do something, like for example, he was just doing his affiliate marketing, his own digital marketing, and then people asked him to do it. Then he said, oh, let me conduct some live classes. And he actually converted that into a real business for himself, right? You found that hey, I needed someone to do this physical space thing, and he actually conducted and convert it into a business. Okay, so guys, I want you to type in the comments, right? Opportunities. All right, opportunities is everywhere. So I want you guys to look through the lens of a very successful entrepreneur, right? Whereby everything he encountered, oh, I had troubles doing classes, and therefore he turned that into a business. Okay. Hey, but Ivan, can I just dig a bit deeper, right? Why from a digital marketing kind of business and still okay, I mean live classes like teaching as well, but why the pivot to e-commerce? And maybe the question is like why only e-commerce? Why not other business?
Uh, I think e-commerce is the trend, and I feel e-commerce is the way to go in the future. Because as in we can see like nowadays more and more people are shopping online,
Right.
and then retail store
You
is
didn't know
dying.
the COVID was coming, right? Do you know?
Yeah, I didn't know COVID was coming, but even if no COVID, it was already a growing industry,
Yeah.
and because we have background in digital marketing, so like this is something that we feel that we could do, lah. Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, okay. That's true. Hey, how many of y'all are digital marketers here in the conversation in the chat? Can y'all type it in? How many of y'all are digital marketers? Can y'all type it in? Yeah. Okay. All right. Very, very good. Very fantastic, guys. Okay. So yeah. Ivan, I wanted to ask you, right? So to be frank, there are a lot of people doing e-commerce, right? So, but I don't see them achieving this kind of results. So can you just share a bit like what was your strategy back then when you first started? Like was there anything special that you did?
okay, I think in e-commerce, because I think e-commerce this way is quite big. So there
Yeah.
are like also like drop shipping. Then there's also like mainly a lot of people do drop shipping because of the low inventory, low startup costs, etc.
Yeah.
So our strategy was to actually build a brand. So like a retail brand or something like we could actually sell it if we were to start a brick and mortar business. So like we
Right,
did put
right.
a lot. So actually we put in a lot of effort into like into the product packaging, into making sure our product quality is very good, and then
Mm.
we thought about who our customer was, and then we worked backwards to create our product such that we can allow our customers to experience how is it like when they open up their package. So a lot
So
of
so this
yeah.
so this brand is fully yours. Like it is not any people's product, right? You own the production and then all the way to you sell it to the customer.
Basically what we do is called private label. That means like a product.
Private label.
Yeah, and then we have our brand on it, and then we own the trademark to it. So we own
Mm.
the packaging design, copyright, and then everything like. But just that the product we manufacture in China through a private
Right,
labeling
right.
factory. Yeah.
Okay. But as compared to let's say drop shipping, right? Because actually I've heard a lot of people talk about drop shipping and it seems to be the easiest way to get started. So what are your views on that, right? Would you recommend people go through that route? Or actually do you think that private label is something more sustainable?
In the beginning, actually, when we first started, we were also thinking about whether to do like drop shipping or to
Okay.
actually like go the brand building route. So what I realized is that what I realized from my friends who do like drop shipping, but maybe I may be wrong, I'm not sure, is that you need to test a lot of products.
Right.
And then you basically sell on products. So basically, if the product is a winner, the product can sell. Yes, you just keep marketing that product. But then when we go about brand, it's not just selling the product, but we also want to like incorporate like our brand story into our product, like a brand mission, like how we're able to use our brand to spread our message to our product. And then what I found also is that in drop shipping you can be doing any kind of product. So like anything you can sell, you just sell, right? But then when you're building a brand, we are very focused onto a particular audience.
Right.
So like we zoom in onto a particular audience, and then we build like products around that particular audience.
Okay. So Ivan, is it convenient to share like what product type you are focusing on?
Yeah, actually we have a baby brand.
Baby brand, so baby product. So can you share a bit more, right, with the audience, right? Out of so many things that you can private label, right? How do you choose, or why you choose a baby product?
Okay, because interestingly, when we started 2.5 years ago, me and my wife just have our first baby, actually second baby also. So I have 2 boys.
Okay.
Right now I have 2 boys, and they are 3 years old and 4 years old. So it was around that time when they were still very young. And then it was also at that time, because as a first time parent, because as a first time parent, I'm sure you know, so I'm sure you also gone through like you start to read everything, you start to study everything, you start to read all the reviews about all the different baby products. And then that's when my wife started to develop like a love for baby products. So she was reading like every review, every product review, all the different brands, what they do, what they call, what's the pricing, what's everything. And then it's kind of like she got very interested in the baby niche. And then there's also a time when we wanted to start. So we chose, since we like baby products, then we choose baby products.
Okay, all right. But as of right now, right, what do you think are the advantages of, let's say, choosing a baby product, or when someone new, right, who's going to choose a product, what are the things that you will ask them to watch out for? Like what should they consider?
I think when now when you do baby product, right, we realize that it's actually a very consistent product. So it's like an evergreen, it's an evergreen niche like year in year out, people have babies. Then like there's no seasonality, there's no winter, there's no summer, there's no autumn. People need to have baby means people need to have babies. And then
but Singapore not enough babies.
Yeah. So it's pretty consistent. Like there's no like a sudden spike, and there's no like seasonality. And then like especially COVID this season, there's people still need to have babies, so people still actually buy baby products through, even though it's like lockdown and everything. And also I think it's recession proof in a way.
Yeah, definitely, right. I mean, you're not gonna save on your kid, that's for sure. Right. So coming to COVID, right? Can I ask how has COVID impacted your business, both positively or negatively? Like, how has it changed your business?
Okay, I think in terms of sales wise, definitely there's a surge in demand, because like when people are locked down, they don't go out, and then everyone start to buy on Amazon, start to buy on Walmart, start to buy on our store, and then we saw like a crazy surge in demand. Then
crazy surge, like how crazy was the surge?
I think
because previously I interviewed a e-commerce guy, she was like saying triple. I was like, wow.
I think baby is not so crazy Baby is still relatively like consistent, but we're up about 50%.
50%. Well, that's very good. That's very good.
Yeah, so quite crazy But then what was the negative side of COVID is that the supply chain was quite disrupted So like factories, so like China was the one to get locked down first, and then factories stopped production for like 1 or 2 months, and then after that planes had to stop flying, and then supply chains had to get disrupted. Logistics was slow. Everyone was rushing in, and people start to stop working in US. So like everything was quite delayed.
So what do you do when that happened? Like what was the reaction?
Our reaction was to because last time when we manufacture our products, we used to collect like maybe once a month. But then
Mm.
now we tell our suppliers to like really like just give us anything every week. So you just go ahead and produce at mass production, and then every week we will collect whatever goods we have produced lah. So like we just keep picking lah.
So you
So
just
just keep
store up
sending
your
picking.
inventory lah, basically.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, okay. Can. Okay, so let me I just go to the questions, right? Okay, so Jeremy one already answered. So maybe let me talk about Kelly's question. So Kelly is asking, great strategy. She's just curious that when you own your brand, right? Selling through Amazon, do you still have your own website? And do you do your own marketing in this case?
For us, if we want to do a brand, then I feel like a brand cannot just exist only on Amazon.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
if you are a brand that just only exists on Amazon, then you are just an Amazon seller. Yeah. So actually we also have our own store. We do a lot of social media, like influencer marketing, and also we sell
influencer
like
marketing.
yeah, we do a lot. Basically, we have two full-time VAs like reaching out to influencers every single day.
Wow. Hey guys, do you all hear that? So the keyword here is not influencer. The keyword is that acronym. The acronym is VA. Hey, Ivan, can you just explain to people who don't understand, right? What does VA mean?
Oh, actually, VA stands for virtual assistant.
Yeah.
So virtual assistant is like someone who is not working for you physically. So we actually like, because we are digital, so we actually hire a lot of people in the Philippines and also all over the world to actually help us in our work.
Okay.
And the good thing about hiring like virtual assistant is I mean they're relatively cheaper. I mean their salary in terms of salary and benefits wise can be pretty basic.
Right.
Standard of living is different. Yeah.
That's true. But they speak perfectly fine English, right? So that's why they can help you to reach out to
Yeah, actually in
influencers
Philippines, their
and
English is actually better than some of them better than mine. So a lot of them are degree holders. So they speak by perfect English, they type perfect English.
Wow. Okay. So the key thing is this, right? You don't have to be the one talking to the influencer. You basically hire people who are good at that, and then they help to find those influencers for you, right?
Yeah, correct. Basically, we have criteria.
Okay.
Say we want certain kind of influencers, the number of followers that they have, the number of engagement that they have, and then this person will just keep messaging people. Every day she will just message people.
Okay. Can.
Yeah.
All right. Ivan, I wanted to ask you, right? So now you're on multiple platforms. You are on Amazon. You are in Walmart and other kind of brands. So how would you compare them as a business owner, right? Like you said, 90% is an Amazon, right? So how would you compare, let's say, Amazon compared to other outlets?
I think for us, it's like Amazon is one ecosystem, and then like anything outside Amazon is another ecosystem. We need to tackle. So our aim is to bring the Amazon percentage down. So we don't want to be so
Right.
over reliant as a business or 100% like so such a big percentage to Amazon. So we are working to like reduce it to like a 50-50 kind of thing.
50-50 lah.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, Amazon will still have a big stake in your business lah, because they bring in a lot of customers, right? That's the main thing, right?
Yeah, because they are too big.
They are too big, right?
Yeah, they're really like too big in the US.
So for someone who wants to start, definitely, what would be your recommendation? Like, just go with Amazon, or try themselves.
I think if you want to, so another thing for us, like another strategy that I think is quite good for us is that because when we build a brand, right, we actually when you do brand building, you actually don't see the ROI instantly.
Yeah.
So like for example, you do a press release article on like certain blogs, or you engage an influencers to promote for you. Sometimes you don't really see like the direct ROI. So it can be like quite taxing if you start a brand from scratch. And then you're doing all these influencer marketing, you're doing all these public relations to
Also, you didn't do that in the earlier on. Earlier on, you didn't do any of that.
Yeah, in the beginning, we really just focus on Amazon first.
Right.
Really
so you let Amazon take care of the marketing and fulfillment and everything, like.
Yeah. Then when we have profits from Amazon, then that's where we reinvest back to do all this brand building stuff.
I see. Okay. So the formula is quite straightforward, right? Is when you start, you focus on the business and then let Amazon take care of the marketing and branding for you. And then when you make the money, you reinvest it back. Then you try to diversify a bit out of Amazon.
Yeah. Then we started to build our stores. Then we started to engage press release, public relations for agencies, and we start to engage influencers from there.
Okay. Can I ask, are you on Shopify also?
Yes.
You're
So
on
our
Shopify
stores
also.
on Shopify.
Your store is on Shopify, right?
Yes.
So how would you compare the two, let's say for Amazon as a marketplace and Shopify where you operate on your own, right? Like what are the pros and cons between these two?
Then for Amazon, they already have like a pool of ready buyers and they have a lot of buyers. But the only thing is that there's also a lot of competition. So there are a lot of other brands, other sellers that want to compete for that same for the same sales volume. Okay, but the volume is huge. Okay, and then for Shopify, you don't have any competition, but you are on your own. It means you need to be able to get visitors or get people to go onto your website. So you can do like social media, you can do YouTube, you can do like paid advertising, you can do like Google Ads. Yeah, you need to be able to like drive visitors to your own Shopify store.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the two main difference.
But for you, because you had a digital marketing background, so that part is not too unfamiliar for you, right? But for a newcomer, that can I can literally foresee that can be a lot, right? That's the thing. I think the marketing part can be a huge part that Amazon can help just to take it out of your mind for a while when you focus on your business, right?
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you, right? Recently, you put it on Facebook where you were recently approached by Target for them to sell your products. How did that happen? Right, just share with us very quickly. How did that happen?
So when we basically Target to accept us is actually because we don't have connection in Singapore and we don't know any like major all the buyers in the US. So what we did was we actually engaged like retail agencies in the US. So what they do is actually they will pitch about your brand or your products to their contacts. And then we try a few agencies, we pitch a few times. And then what they want to see is that they must see that your brand is more or less it must be like at least there must be some standard lah. I mean, you cannot be like, I mean, your brand cannot be like the packaging cannot be like a plastic bag kind of thing lah. So you must have like proper packaging. You must have like using proper barcodes. You must have your like insurance all in place. Then you must have certain kind of brand recognition. Then for them to really assess and to look at your brand and then to say like, okay, I think this one fits what they want to sell, and then they don't mind trying lah. But actually, anyway, this Target one is actually the .com.
It's a what?
It's the .com. It's basically the
Target.com. It's their online site.
Yeah. So usually how this.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
So usually how these like big box retailers, how they do is that they will get you onto their website first, and then they try you out, and then they're good, and then you can proceed. Then they can probably have a chance to proceed into the install.
Okay, so they test you out on their website first, and if you do well, then let you go to install.
Yeah, I mean normally this will be the flow, but this one will take a few years so it's not so fast.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you back then, right? But why was Target so important to you?
Target is so important to us because I think their volume is huge, also quite big. And then to get into Target is like very very tough because they are very strict in the brands that they accept.
Okay.
So for us to get into Target, to me is like a award lah. Like finally, our brand kind of like recognition already. That means like kind of a bit like make it really lah.
And it probably will make it easier for you to be accepted by future brands once they know that Target kind of accepted you lah, right? In a way. Okay. So can I ask, as an e-commerce person, right? Like among all your baby products, so this one is just a funny question. What is that one product that you yourself love a lot in your own product line?
Me Me, what do I love? Actually, I love everything lah.
You
But
like
like one
everything,
product, yeah, I like everything. Basically, for us, how we function is that my wife is actually the brand director lah. So all the products and all the branding and all the collateral and all the packaging is all like done by her and the team lah. And then
Yep.
for me, how I function is I am the sales and marketing department lah. So she will create the product, she will write out all the messaging, the brand message, everything, the packaging, and then for me, my job is to sell lor, to market them lah. Yeah, so if you want to ask about product wise, like product knowledge, my wife is the best person.
So
Yeah.
what's the best selling product now in your shop?
Basically we have like the best selling product will be we have a
Hey guys, listen carefully. I'm trying to dig out gold for you guys. Okay, what's the best selling product now?
Actually our maternity series is quite good. Like we because we don't just do baby, but we also do maternity series, like for moms who are pregnant and also like post pregnancy lah. So like I think one thing that does very well is actually our like postpartum belt. You know,
Oh,
like
it's
when
like
you just give
I
birth.
know. It's the wrap, right?
Yeah. So you just give birth, then you want to like tighten your abdominal.
Your waistline.
Yeah. So they actually is doing not bad.
Wow, guys, I'm getting so much like good ideas from here because you see, Ivan is not just selling baby products, right? So he knows that babies definitely comes with mums, right? So we also
correct.
add on the mummy products as well, and right now it seems like the mummy product is the best selling. Okay, so Ivan, let me just go to one question, right? Actually, there was one question asking like, hey, Ivan, you're doing like 20 million sales, so how big is your team?
Actually, I think because I run like a few business before, and then because when we do our event business, it's actually like it's more like a service business, but then this one is a product business. So one thing I realized with product business is that when you scale, you don't need manpower. You don't need like it's not a direct correlation.
Yeah. Okay.
So like when we scale, right, we don't really need to increase so much headcount, and because we scale by products, and we scale by marketplace, and we scale by countries. So like actually our team is relatively small. We only have like 5 full-time in Singapore.
5 full-time in Singapore.
And then
including
like 8,
yourself?
no, excluding. If me and my wife, then 7.
Okay.
7
full-time,
Singapore.
right.
And then in the Philippines, we have about 8 or 9.
Wow. Okay,
So
wow, that's a very lean
people.
team. That's a very lean team.
Yeah, it's actually.
Yeah.
But then we are like kind of stretched now, so we might be hiring more.
Okay, guys. Okay, so what? Okay, so maybe I help you. Who are you? What are you trying to hire?
Actually, we want to find someone who is like a product sourcer, like product development.
Product sourcer.
Yeah,
product development.
Let's say we have a product idea, and then we need to go to the suppliers in China to talk to them, ask them about go and find factories that actually produce this product, and then talk to them about the quality, talk to them about pricing, talk to them about a lot of things.
Okay, very good. Okay, so anyone in the group, if you have a product sourcing experience, do send in your application to Ivan, all right? Or just drop me an email. I can help you to forward that, okay? All right. So, Ivan, I wanted to ask, right? When you do a business, right? You have employees. Can I ask which part of the business that you are actually not delegating on? That means you are doing it yourself, and why?
And why? Right now, what I'm doing is actually like managing the advertising budget. And then
budget. Okay.
Yeah, and then when there's a new product that we are launching, and then I actually like do the launch.
Yep.
Yeah, so to get the product up and running and start to get people to know about it, this one is still done by me.
Oh, okay. So the message going out is still pretty much done by you, like.
No, I mean not really the message, but the outreach.
Oh, the outreach. Okay.
Like launching
because
a product.
that is like the key factor, right, to the success of the product, is it?
In a way, you can say so.
Okay. So when you launch, right, usually usually how long is a launch, and what is considered a good launch? What is considered a good launch?
Because when we first get a product onto into your warehouse, so you want to start selling, and then like a launch probably will take like maybe 1 month. Because
1 month.
Maybe about 1 month, because we need to get our PR agency to blast it out to their database, and then we need to get all the influencers that we have also to start talking about it, and then we also need to, so we want to create more hype and on Amazon we will do a lot of promotion on Amazon to get visibility for our product And then a good launch will be like once the product really launch already, right? Then the sales will be pretty consistent.
The sales will be consistent throughout, like for how long? Like consistently, right?
That means once you go up with like, so I say you just first started, you get zero, you get no sales, right? And then you are aiming for like 100 orders a day. And then you do the launch, you do everything you need to do. Everything you need to do, and then you get about maybe 80, 90, 100 orders a day already. Then it should stay consistent over there.
Even after your launch campaign is over, in that sense.
Yeah, correct. Even after launch campaign, it should also stay more or less like around there, or even increasing.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's actually a very complicated process. You have to coordinate everyone, and in a short period of time, you must create the level of hype that's required.
Yeah, but actually it's not very complicated. It's just we don't have too many products to launch also. Yeah, in terms of products. In terms of product,
right now,
we have 20.
How fast? 20 products. So it's not like every month you push out another product and stuff.
We try to, but then sometimes due to delay here and there, it's not every month that we get to. Like the last time I launched a product is actually in January.
Okay. Well, that's about 5 months ago already. Yeah,
because COVID,
Because of COVID, true.
Yeah, so like COVID, everything come to a halt, So actually for 5 months, I've not been launching any new products already. But we are going to start soon. We're going to restart the engine and then get everything start again.
Okay. Can I just ask, right? So other than so what's the future direction for your business? What do you foresee? Where do you foresee your business going from here?
Basically, our dream is actually to be like a household brand. So like every time someone has a baby, they will first think of they'll know about this brand, and then when they research about kind of new baby products to buy, right, and then they should be able to find us.
Wow.
So this one we hope to achieve, but I think we are still very far, but slowly.
Are you selling in Singapore already?
Yes, on Amazon Singapore,
on Amazon
Shopee
Singapore.
also.
Shopee also.
Yeah,
Lazada?
and then we're starting Lazada soon.
Lazada soon.
But it's not our primary focus.
But
why
not Singapore first?
Because US is a big market, like compared to Singapore. Yeah. And then Amazon wise, like US is much more established than Singapore. Like Singapore is not even like the top 5 e-commerce platform.
Yeah, it's not competing very well in Singapore.
Yeah. But then US is the number 1. So the difference is quite big.
Okay, cool. Hey, actually that's an interesting question. I don't know whether Ivan will be able to share, right? So Jeremy is asking, right? Are you able to share your brand name, or is it something sensitive that a lot of the e-commerce guys do tell me that they are not very comfortable sharing brand name?
I think initially, if we don't want to get like, I think the reason why people don't want to share their brand name is because they don't like competition. They don't want you to go and follow and then go and see what they do and then go and start to
reverse engineer out of it, right?
Yeah. But I think for us, we are
there already
okay. I mean, for us, if you want to compete with us, I think it's okay also, because I think the market is big enough.
True.
And
true.
So actually, I don't mind sharing our brand, because actually a lot of people know about our brand already. And of course, if you have baby, everything you can support also. I mean, your visitors.
Yeah, that's true, right? So okay. So what's your brand? Then I share with everybody. What's your brand?
It's actually KeaBabies.com.
How do you spell that?
KEA.
KEA.
Babies. Yeah, babies with IES .
Okay. Am I writing it correctly?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So guys, okay, I'm not asking you all to become competitors, but if you're running an online business, you want to know how a 20 million guy does it, just go to the website and have a look, right? It's always about modeling success, right? It's never about competing, right? You can get ideas from what Ivan is doing, but the important thing is learn his process, how he does it, right? How he started from Amazon and then make use of Amazon, build his first port, and then now he's moving on to other platforms, right? So Ivan, you told me you're going into Lazada and you're already on Shopee, right? How's the experience there? How is it different from let's say Amazon overseas?
Actually, we really just started like Shopee just last week because
Just last
of
week. Wow.
the ESG grant.
Ah.
Yeah,
Right.
because of the enterprise grant, that's why we actually do like Shopee. It's not actually we are not very interested. For
Not
now,
very
I mean, for now, our focus is still really in the US, in Canada, and in Europe.
Okay. Understand. So you going into local is not because the local market is good, it's because there was an ESG grant.
Because of the grant is quite good.
Okay. Understand. But coming to that, right? Currently, when you sell to Amazon, is it just US or actually it's like Amazon everywhere, like Amazon Europe, Amazon Australia and stuff?
Yeah, so we're actually in like 12 marketplace. So like we are in
Wow, 12.
US, yeah, US, Canada, Mexico, UK, Germany, Italy, Spain, France, Netherlands,
Wow.
Australia, Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, I think about this. But basically, every marketplace that Amazon is in, we are in.
So so you don't handle the fulfillment, it's all done by Amazon, right? Currently.
Yeah, if it's in like Europe, then we got to ship our inventory to Europe, to Amazon Europe, and then they will do the last mile fulfillment for us.
So you still have to ship to the country, let's say Japan, Italy, Australia, then they will fulfill from there.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I think that's quite good. I mean, you don't need to exactly know your customer's address, right? You just push it to the place and then they distribute for you, right?
Yeah, because every
But
day we do about 3,000 orders. So I think if you were to handle it, like you'll be a mad.
You go nuts,
Yeah,
You go nuts, you go
yeah.
crazy, right?
Yeah. So Amazon handling for us is actually very good.
But can I ask, because I spoke to some people, they say Amazon charge a lot. Is that true? From your experience?
They charge a 15% referral fee, and
15%
then
referral fee.
they also charge you like storage fee for storing your goods in the warehouse, and then they also charge you like last mile fulfillment fee.
So all in roughly is like how much?
All in roughly is like maybe, I think it depends on the selling price also but on average, our margin is about 30% after advertising. So it's like
30% margin after everything, basically.
after our cost of goods, after Amazon's
Okay.
fees, after advertising.
Right. After fees and costs. Okay, can understand. Wow. Actually that's still very good.
I mean,
That's very good.
gross
Very
margin.
good,
Gross
actually.
margin.
Yeah, gross margin. This is gross margin,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic, man. That's great. But I wanted to just maybe reaching to the end already. I want to ask you, right? So now your presence is all online. Any plans to go back to brick and mortar?
You mean Singapore or what?
Anywhere. Like do you think brick and mortar is still a viable strategy, or from here on it's like nah, just go online, right?
I think brick and mortar is still a big portion of a big portion of consumer spending. So definitely, even though it's reducing, but it's still a very big pie to neglect. Like you can't neglect. So actually we are also selling like to brick and mortar stores also, but it's more like a small, those kind of mom and pop baby boutique stores. Like wholesale, we sell wholesale our products to them.
Or you sell wholesale to them, then they carry from there, right?
Yeah, so they sell in their own small shops, baby shop, that kind of thing. Yeah, so definitely
you don't.
we also want to grow this.
But will you do your own store?
My own store.
Here,
Eventually,
baby.
the dream will be to have one, but then right now, not the focus. But then eventually, if you want to be a real solid brand, then you need to have your own store.
I see. Okay.
It's just
Cool,
like
cool,
it's just
cool.
like how like Love Bonito, all these they also have their own stores over time.
That's true. That's true. But I always felt that their Love Bonito physical store like a bit useless. Sorry, any Love Bonito employee here, but when I went there, I was like, I rather shop on Love Bonito, right?
I think it's just
There's
like a
not.
presence. It's just like a brand presence.
Yes, it becomes a showroom, right? It's more like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
showroom than anything. Yeah. Okay. So I guess your work is very busy, and you and your wife are doing this full on, right? So how do you juggle that versus like your family life? You know, what's the
Uh,
challenge? What's the main challenge for yourself now that you think back? 13 years of experience.
I mean, handling my family and also handling my business.
Yeah.
I think I still got a lot to improve on I think in terms of this aspect. But then I always try to like make it a balance. So like sometimes
Mm.
like weekend, if it's off work, then it's off work. So if it's weekend, then we will try to go out with them, and then we will try to spend time with my kids. And then for me and my wife,
Mm.
because we still need to keep the fire going. So actually what we do is every Friday we will go on like dating night.
Date night.
Yeah, so without fail, like every Friday, like no other appointments, only date night with the wife. So I think
Wow, nice.
that's how we kind of strike a balance between dating and our business and also with our kids.
Yeah, man. Hey guys, for those of you who are not aware, actually Ivan's birthday just passed. Ivan, when was it again? Can you remind me? Was it what was
5th
the
June.
actual 5th June? All
Yeah.
right, it was just over, and the main reason we couldn't do it earlier on Monday, right, was because actually it's Ivan's son's birthday.
Yeah,
Right. So that was the best reason, right? When Ivan told me, I was like, let's just postpone it. That is the best reason to postpone anything. Right. So everyone, please help me to say happy birthday to Ivan and his son in the comments, right? Type in happy birthday, all right? And I don't know, now COVID, we can't really go out, but nonetheless, we can spend time together as a family, right? So Ivan, let's say for those people who want to start, right? They really want to learn to start an e-commerce business, right? But what was that maybe one key advice you would give them if I restrict you to one? If I restrict you to one.
I think the advice for beginner is to probably learn from learn a proper system. Like learn from someone that has done it before. I think that's the and then just follow his system. So there's no need to go and like read so many things and then not sure whether what you're reading
Read.
is correct or not. Sometimes like people
Yeah.
say like, oh, you don't know from someone, you just go and watch YouTube videos. But then the thing is you don't know whether whatever you're watching
Oh
is
my
it.
goodness, that's like one of the worst thing that I've heard people say. It's like, oh, everything don't know, just go and watch YouTube. Oh, I'm like, how
Yeah,
do you
because you
even
don't know
know the
whether the thing
information is
that
correct?
yeah. So
Exactly right.
so how I always learn is to find someone who has done it before and then just learn from that person and then just follow his system. Since you already done it already, then why do you need to like go and think about whether it's correct or wrong? Yeah, I
Okay.
think such advice I have.
Very good, very good. I mean, you really don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? The formula is already there, right? Like what Ivan said, when he first started out 2 years ago, you weren't the first ready. And you just ask people, right? Those who have done there, been there, and ask them, hey, how do you do it? Right? What's the tricks? And then you further refine from there. And I think the
Yeah.
starting stage is so important to really help you avoid a lot of like trial and errors, doing the wrong stuff, burning cash, right? Because my personal experience, right, I think I even know about my experience. Actually, I did e-commerce before, right? And interestingly, I was also in the baby product. But hey guys, it's two very different outcome. This is 20 million sales. I think I did about 20K sales lah.
No,
And then it stopped
I
there.
think also must focus and also be really, really focused into this.
Yeah, exactly right. So guys, those of you who are focused on e-commerce, right, really go all in. I think the mistake that I made back then was I was focusing a lot on investing, and then I was still trying to do e-commerce at the same time, and I was in two places like all over the place. So Ivan, I know you do events class, right? So right now, do you still teach classes like for Amazon or any other kind of e-commerce
Right now,
for those who want to learn, for those who want to learn?
I actually have a partner that who also runs a very successful like Amazon business. So we
Right.
actually partner up to actually do up this training program lah. So it's actually conducted by my partner and also his team lah. So I actually act like a advisor, consultant to them lah, and also to make sure that the things they are teaching is it's up to date, and also it's the latest strategy and everything lah. So yeah, correct lor.
So they themselves are also Amazon sellers. Am I right to say that?
Yeah. So they also run their own brand. They also have their own
Very
Shopify store.
Very good.
So they themselves also have they're actually in the toy niche.
Toys. Okay.
So it's we're in a different niche lah.
Not competitor lah.
Yeah, I think actually quite complementary, because when my baby go up, then they want to play toys.
Then you pass your customers to them.
Yeah, so actually in a way it's quite complementary.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Why I asked the question about whether they are also selling, right? Because I always believe, right, if you want to teach, your right to teach must be from the fact that you are also practicing.
Yeah,
right.
Correct.
If you stop practicing, right, then you wouldn't have the latest knowledge or the latest ideas or the latest strategy. And it's great that you are their advisor, you're giving them constant advice, and they themselves are practicing it. That's the key thing, right? So can you just share a bit more like what do you teach in the course, and how is it structured? Maybe you can help those who want to learn to understand a bit better.
I think to add on to what you just said, I think especially so in the online space, because in the internet, like things change very fast. So like what works like maybe 1 year ago, like maybe right now is totally not relevant anymore. So it's important, like the trainers or like the person that you follow, the person that you learn with is currently still doing it live. Because sometimes if you're not doing it already, then maybe he got result from 1 year ago, then the result maybe could be outdated already.
Yeah, like they don't update their strategies, right? Then everybody catch up and go above already. Okay.
Sorry, your question is what?
So
what is your question?
So how is the course structured? Like how would a student learn from there?
Basically, we make it very systematic lah. Very systematic and very organized. Like you just need to follow like step 1, you do this, and then these are the criteria of how to select a good product, and how to select a niche, and then how to think about your brand name, and then how to research on the competitors, how to do market research, and then we will also show you how to how to source for suppliers, how to source for products. Like how do you talk to suppliers, the template that we use to talk to suppliers, how do you negotiate with them?
There's a template. There's a template to talk to supplier.
Because when you look for suppliers, right, you don't just look for one. So we normally have a template that we blast out to like 10. And then from the 10, you filter.
So it save a lot of time, right?
Yeah, correct. So once you get a template up, you just reply, see what they reply, how they respond to you. Then from there we can filter, then we choose.
Right. And throughout, you all will be guiding them on this, right? And can I ask, Ivan, for starting, right? Let's say anybody want to start an e-commerce business, right? Roughly what's the capital required, like approximately?
I think for a start, it depends also on your end of the day, depends on what you want to achieve. Okay, but for beginners like everyday who has a day job, who has a family, we usually recommend them to start with the first product, but then don't start with too many quantities. So like maybe just start
with a few products only lah. Okay.
So let me start with one product, but maybe like a small quantity.
Okay.
So instead of like ordering 1,000 straight up, maybe you just order 100 or 200 units first, just to get
test the market first lah.
Yeah, test the market, test if the product is okay, test whether there's demand for your product, everything. Then from there they start to scale up.
So roughly how much would that cost? Like just give the viewers a ballpark figure. Like
in our program, we always tell people that you can get started with about $1,000 US.
$1,000 US. Okay, I think that's okay. That's not too ridiculous lah.
I mean, to like investors, for your investors audience, are actually very reasonable.
It's very reasonable. I think the main thing is whether they are really serious, right? So I always tell people, right, when you want to do something, and I'm a victim of my own words lah, is that you need to be focused. You need to be very serious, right? It's really not about the amount of money that you need to start the business, but it's really how much attention you put to it and how much effort you put to it, right? Then you can see like when you pour in all your heart and soul, and Ivan literally like together with his wife do the business, right? that's the result they achieved, right? 20 million sales. And the thing is this, you only did it since 2017, right, Ivan?
Yeah, October 2017.
Yeah, October 2017. So now it's about 2+ years, two plus years coming
Yeah,
to 3.
2.5, 2.5.
And you hit 20 million sales. So wow. And I really look forward to seeing more results from you and how the Kia Babies brand is going to grow, right? I think it's going to be tremendous because
But
I
I
really
think
think going forward the e-commerce, wow. Sorry, you were saying?
one disclaimer is that we didn't start with $1,000 lah. Yeah.
Hey, I love it, guys. I love it. Can you all type in the comments? Honesty. Can you all type in the comments? Honesty, okay. So that's why I bring up the best. All right, because I don't want to bring up any people that's just like a rogue teacher, or then tell you, oh, $1,000 definitely can. But hey, Ivan is being very upfront here that hey, I didn't just start with $1,000, right? Because he was serious. He was going all in. So okay, Ivan, just share the people, right? When you first started, what was your push? Like how much do you push into?
In the beginning of our first product, actually we started I think with about let me think I think about 10K.
10K. Okay.
10K US.
Right.
Yeah, and then from there, after we start to see, because you start with $1,000, it takes time to roll the money. You know, like the compounding effect will come in like very slow, and then it starts to become exponential.
Yeah.
So for us, because we want to be fast,
and
so
with
we
10K you can try more products, right?
10K was our first product.
One product still start with one
Yeah.
product, 10K.
Yeah, correct.
Wow. Whew. Wow, that's really quite amazing. So one product, and then you see results from there, then you continue to add on more.
Yeah, correct.
Can I ask you a quick one? For your students, right? Generally, how long would you advise them to do before they start to see results?
Actually, from the first product, if they start to sell, and they follow all the system and all the criteria that we set, and then should be able to start to see results in their first product. Then from there on, once you get your feet wet, then it's your call whether you want to like invest more money to buy more inventory to sell more, or you just want to like keep roll over your profits.
For yourself, what do you do? As in, how long was it before you actually like took out your first profit from the business?
So we started with 10,000 US, and then we started to see, after we see some traction, see some results, then we actually invested more. So we started to also hire a full-time person, and then we started to like develop our second product, our third product, our fifth product, 4, 5 products, and then total we invested about $500,000.
Wow.
But it's over time after we start to see like results, and we start to see like, wow, it's not bad, like I can make money. Then we start to invest more. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, $500,000, now you have 20 million sales every year. I think that's fantastic. That is super worth it. If I can invest like that, I will invest like that. Okay, let's see got any other question. Okay, so Raymond is saying, can I join your class? Okay, so Raymond, later I'll get the link to send to you guys. Okay. So let's see, you got any questions? Well, everybody says happy birthday. Very good, very good. Okay, so okay, actually I think mostly we have answered already. Okay, so Ivan, I'm just gonna share the link right now. Okay, so guys, for those of you who want to learn more from Ivan on how to run an e-commerce business and learn his process, how he from $10,000 starting and then continue to work on it until he hit 20 million sales, right? This is the link over here. Okay, so I'll also put in the comments so that you guys can put it in as well. All right. So Ivan, any prerequisite before students can attend your class? Like what do they need to do to prepare themselves?
Don't have just
don't have don't have, just come.
you must
really,
I think the link that you just put here, right, is actually like an introduction webinar.
The introduction class.
Yeah, so you can actually like go to the sun, just listen for about 2 hours, listen to the trainer, what he shares, and then then you can see for yourself whether this business is something that you want to pursue and you want to advance on. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. So actually, this training is actually not conducted by me. Like I say, it's conducted by my partner and also his team.
Yeah, but you advise them on the strategy, correct?
Yeah, correct. So I'm actually like the advisor and consultant.
Okay. Hey, can I just ask you a very point blank question? I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Is
Go ahead.
that how much the cost is what's the cost fee like?
The cost fee, because we are doing webinar. It's a webinar workshop for 2.5 days.
Yeah,
Like full days are 2.5 days.
2 full
It's
days. Okay.
$799 US net.
799. Okay, that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. Wow, that's very good. It's even lesser than what you said required to start the business, which is like $1,000.
Yeah.
$799. Okay, very good.
So
Okay, so
in total,
really don't
you
need to prepare. No, really don't need to prepare anything. Just watch the video, and then if they want, they can join your class. Is that it?
the class is actually live. It's a live workshop. So like the trainers are
Oh, it's a
there.
live workshop.
And then you just need to sit through the entire workshop and just pay attention. And then any question they don't know, just keep asking.
Okay, so after that, there is also post support, am I
Yeah,
right?
I think it's important to yeah, for sure. Like email support and everything. But I think it's important to like come with a blank sheet. Because you
Yeah.
read this here, read that here, then you go and study some YouTube videos with I don't know who. And then maybe you have your own perception of how this thing works. And then you may start to question, you may start to like doubt. I don't know I mean if you come in there just follow, and then I think you shouldn't go wrong.
Okay, so it's a lot about going in with
Hello?
an open heart, open mind. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can. But you're like disappearing here and there. Hello?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you are
I'm
like
seeing myself.
maybe
Okay.
here and there.
Oh, okay.
Disappearing.
Never mind. I think we are coming to the end also. So, once again, Ivan, thank you so much for spending time with us. I think this is a very, very good sharing that you have done for all of them. I hope you guys learned a lot from the session. I've gotten a few investment ideas. Maybe I'll share with you guys later on. But really, what Ivan has done is really nothing less than tremendous, right? To really grow a business in 2.5 years, reaching $20 million of sales. And I just want you guys to just not just admire him and say wow, but really look at the commitment and what was his system and his process, right? And then follow that. Okay. For those of you who are really interested in learning how to start an e-commerce business, all right, less than $1,000, I think is quite a no-brainer. Just to give it a shot, right? See where it brings you. You never know, right? And that spirit has brought Ivan to where he was today. Okay. So Ivan, you got any other last sharing for the people?
I think e-commerce business is very doable, and I think especially in this age, like digital marketing is something that I think is a life skill. So once you learn it, once you know how to do it, then it can potentially like set you free. Like how it's really changed my life through this digital marketing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ivan. Thank you once again. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So for everyone out there, if you're interested in the class, you can go to the class. All right. And for those of you who want me to interview other guests, all right, actually Ivan was an idea from one of you. So if you have other guests that you want me to interview, do put in the comments below, and I'll be happy to reach out to them, and then we can have a next interview that you're going to enjoy as much as we had today. Okay. So guys, if you all love the interview, type in LOVE in the comments. All right. Let me know. Give me some encouragement. Thanks for being here. We learned a lot from Ivan. Thank you, Ivan, once again. And we'll see you all next time. Okay. Bye.